25th of July today. USD JPY. We are currently in a position because of this strong bullish candle. Although yesterday didn't really go well, it kind of pulled back deep. Luckily, didn't hit our stop loss, and then it came back up and closed. I think since it's already kind of bounced at this zone, I'm gonna keep this position open, see if today we can hit the green. If it comes into profit today, I'll continue with it. If not, I'm gonna close it at the minimum loss. USD CAD, yep, that's a loss today on my strategy. This is one of the dangers of making assumptions near support resistance zone. So if you remember yesterday, I said bears failed to push the price down to the previous level. So we've made a lower high, but that shows that the bulls are more in control and likely would break out of this zone up, and that didn't happen, simply bounced from this zone again. And I suppose this is something to note, regardless of what your analysis is. It's never a good idea to buy or sell into a support or resistance zone. Not because it won't break, because the likelihood of bounce is slightly more than a break. So that's also a loss. Now in terms of sale here, I think I put a pending which didn't get triggered, so that's out for the second strategy. So for the team's strategy, we have a local zone. If I'm just to get rid of this bigger zone here, so we don't really need it anymore. Locally on a 15-minute chart, we have this level, and we did make a trend down. Now if this doesn't continue breaking this down to reach this low and comes back up here, we can buy. So I'll add an alert here. If it comes back up and break this structure, we can buy. USD that's the trade. We closed this today. The small loss looks like it's moving in our direction. Today I'm gonna follow that up. Since it's a strong bullish close, I'll follow this up with 1-to-1. AUD also a loss. It's getting weird in this location. So I expected a breakout, a bounce, considering the momentum was in also our direction, but it's just going back and forth at this zone, and until it makes a clear distinction to show us which side is in control, we'll stay out of this for now. For the second strategy, I'm gonna keep these buy and sell edge positions open until we reach next zone, either up or continue down. We'll see. AUD New Zealand team has a winner, so a simple trend into a zone, break of a structure, follows down. So we had a 1-to-2 win for team's strategy. My strategy, I have this strong bearish candle, and we just follow this up. I'm gonna go a bit larger here. Stop loss gonna be behind this zone instead, in case it pulls back. And 1-to-1, I think that's good enough. Second strategy, I've already closed this sell position since it looks like it was going up, pushed further into the zone. Now it's already moved off the zone, so I'm not adding a new level until it gets to the next zone. AUD CAD, we had a winner on AUD CAD, and we also follow this up with another sell today, just behind the current candle, and a 1-to-1. AUD USD, we are in the red, almost stopped out, but not quite. I think I'm gonna monitor this. If it comes down to my entry level, I'm gonna close it, because it's not showing on 15 minutes, it's not showing direction either way. If it comes down to where it was previously already near my entry, I would close it break even. And if it decides suddenly to go up, maybe above these levels, I'm gonna monitor that and close it before it goes up. Sometimes these pushes don't really come to a support resistance zone. Sometimes they just bounce sooner. ADJPY, teams had a loss. So it's a loss for team. They had a push up and a break of a structure down, but it didn't have follow through. No entry for me. Same here. with my strategy. Same here. Set an alert at break even. Another one just above here till we get some directional move. Okay, that's the loss. Yeah. Yesterday was a weird day. You can see the bearish momentum very slowly downward and bam, it just pulls back. Something must have happened in the market, news perhaps. But regardless, we have a top in this location. So this is now a zone, like exactly where I put the sell. And I'm not gonna buy into a zone, not again. New Zealand USD. Is this a loss? Let's see. No, hasn't quite reached our TP. I'll just wait for it. If it falls down below to maybe these levels previously bounced from, then we can manage this loss. Otherwise it'd be, well, stop loss, which is fine. New Zealand JPY. Looks like we finally started to move. There's definitely these wicks up here creating a tiny zone. So we have this wicks up here. We also have a trend into this zone. So if it falls down below, it has to quiet down way below down here for changing directions. So for maybe set an alert. This is for teams strategy. If it breaks this structure, we could be looking for a sell. For my strategy, I'm not buying this since we do actually have a zone here. We'll leave this out. We are in a buy for the second strategy, or we stick to that for now. All right, this is good for a sell. So euro, pound, we have a strong bearish candle close after multiple weeks from this top, and there's a likelihood for the price continue down. Euro CHF, it's just crazy here. Leave it be. Euro JPY, we have a second position currently in profit. I think I'm gonna take profit here. Second strategy, since there's big wicks here, this location could be definitely a danger zone for price to bounce. I'm also not selling. It gets very crowded here. Can bounce at any location. I much prefer to enter in the clean moves like this when there is no traffic on the left side. Euro AUD. Oh, jeez. Again, made the assumption that price is gonna break, and again, was wrong. Another loss. So that's 2 losses in a row, and we stay away from this. We have a position open for the second strategy, which is in profit. I'm gonna close it since we don't know price is gonna move down, so I'll close that in profit, and we just stay out of this for now. Crazy week this week, crazy week. We had a winner on Euro USD. Well, at least one pair is moving right. It's good. Come right into the zone where I'm not gonna touch it now. So in this support resistance zone, it's very easily for a momentum to be disrupted, since a lot of people focus on this zone as well. Doesn't mean price won't break through, just means there's no edge. Chances of a bounce or a break are pretty even. So the edge that I have with the momentum doesn't really apply. Momentum candles. Second strategy, I'm just gonna buy this right here for a bounce, and then edge goes below. Euro New Zealand, I was not in any entry here, so that's fine. I'm gonna close this sell in profit and close this sell in loss. So the basket of these 3 trades for the second strategy is a profit. No new entries here. Okay, for Euro CAD, what I did yesterday, price went against me, and I set an alert here. Price came back to break even, and then I waited to see if it comes to my TP. Once it reached my break even and it entered into the green, instead of closing the position, I just set a break even. So the price came down to this location. I set break even. I said, okay, instead of closing it, I can just let it run since it's in the green. So we had a winner here as well. And let's follow that up with another sell down to these lows. We have a loss here. It's got taken out by the wick. Yeah, no new entries in pound JPY. Pound AUD, also a loss. No new entries. Pound USD, team had a loss. No new entries. Pound CAD, we had a loss as well. And for the second strategy, I'm gonna enter a sell here to hedge for this buy. Actually double, since we have 2 buys, so double the position. So now we're in 4 positions, very messy. Since it's broken for today, for my strategy, I'm just gonna go in a sell simply for these lows. Now a candle's a bit too large, so try to make this as small as possible so the TP can be reached. Pound CHF, yesterday was a loss. Today I'm not entering any new position since this highs hasn't been broken, so we leave that be. For the second strategy, I just need the price to come up a little bit more. Maybe tomorrow, if it comes up here, we can close these two at break even. Our teams has a win, so we have this trend going into this zone and a break of a structure and just a bounce down. So that's team's strategy and a win. No new entries here for me. Yeah, in the consolidation it's too risky. At any moment in between you can bounce up or down. There's no follow through, as you can like say there is momentum to follow through. Not necessarily. A likelihood, in terms of likelihood, you could say that if it bounces, it possibly tries to reach, since you've done it every time. So based on that, maybe if we make the consideration that it's gonna follow through on this bear candle to reach the lower limit, then this could be our entry. CAD CHF, that was a loss we took yesterday, I think, and today it looks like it's going up, but we are reaching a zone. I'm not gonna be buying into the zone. CAD JPY, we're in profit right now. Just gonna wait for the TP to be reached. CHF JPY, we're in red, hasn't hit the stop loss. We just keep it, and if it comes back up to near our entry, we'll manage it and close it at a small loss. If not, just full stop loss. Nasdaq, so yesterday I basically waited. Price came to these levels and I waited for the price to either break up, close strong, which it tried to do here, but it didn't really close strong, or break below this zone, and it broke below this zone and I entered. But it's since then it's going sideways. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna close this at break even. US 30, same principle. Break off this structure and closing strong, but it hasn't really reached, so we close this one also at a break even or a small profit. This is it for today. See you guys tomorrow.